I have another book review. I just realized that I finished 4 books in the last 10 days, and I've done a couple of the reviews so far, but I am a little behind. So here is My Friends, which is the new Fredrik Backman, which is coming out on May 6th. So it's Fredrik Backman. I don't know that we have to say much more than that. I remember when I first read Beartown, and it was a couple years ago. I started it, actually, I was in a play or a musical, and I was just kind of in the ensemble in the background, so I had a lot of like downtime during scenes, and I made the bad choice of starting to read this book during the show, and then I was like sucked in and didn't want to put it down. But it took me a minute because Fredrik Backman has a very unique voice, I think, in his writing style. It's kind of free flowing, like internal monologue. It doesn't feel like it's real technical and grammatically correct. It just feels real and human. And it took me a minute to kind of get into that flow, but once I did, I feel like it is just so impactful, and the way that he writes is so powerful. And when I started My Friends, the first thing that I thought was, oh my goodness, this man is like spitting truths in the first chapter. There's something about the way that he puts words together in sentences and then puts them onto paper that is just mind-blowing to me. So I want to do this review a little bit differently, and it's Fredrik Backman. This is a 5-star review. There's nothing else to say. It's brilliant. The book is it's this like multi-generational, but it all comes back to this group of friends. And one of the friends becomes this famous artist, and the impact that his art and his life have on multiple generations going forward. So kind of overall of the story there. But I just want you to hear some of the sentences. I mean, this is a book that I don't typically take notes when I read. I was taking notes like crazy during this because just, again, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. So on the very first page, you get this absolute gem. Louisa is a teenager, the best kind of human. The evidence for this is very simple. Little children think teenagers are the best humans, and teenagers think teenagers are the best humans. The only people who don't think that teenagers are the best humans are adults, which is obviously because adults are the worst kinds of humans. That is just so, I love it. It's funny, but it's also so true and so indicative of how these different levels of human think. Like, it's so good. And I have a couple others that I highlighted that they're so good. Adults always think they can protect children by stopping them from going to dangerous places. But every teenager knows that's pointless because the most dangerous place on earth is inside us. This is in like the first 10 pages of this book. You get these absolute gems. He runs after her, but of course he doesn't stand a chance. He's a grown man, and they don't have a clue how to run. Grown men don't have enough things they're afraid of on this planet to become good at running. Mic drop. Being human is to grieve constantly. In grief, we are reminded that we're human beings. In life, we might be enemies, but when faced with death, we see the truth. We are one species. All we have is each other. And where you go, I shall follow. I'm not worried you're going to die. I'm worried about you being dead. I'm worried about being alive without you. That one hits kind of close to home. This one is one that I was just like, shortest sentence in the world. There's nothing more dangerous than being noticed by men. It's a lie that people are scared of being alone because what we fear is being abandoned. You can choose to be alone, but no one chooses to be left. Mr. Backman, oh my goodness, man. Like, I can't, like, how do you see into the soul of humans like this and then rip these words out and put them to bind a whole group of people together just by your phrasing? I can't even. It's amazing. It is an act of violence when an adult yells at a child. All adults know that deep down because all adults were once little. Yet we still do it. Time after time, we fail at being human beings. This next one I really loved. I think this is so true. Children hardly know anything about their parents, even if they live with them their whole lives, because all we know about them is as moms and dads, nothing about who they were before that. We never saw them young when they still fantasized about all the things that could happen, instead of regretting all of the things that never did. Do you remember that point when you had the realization that your parents used to be your age? They used to be young adults. They used to be teenagers. They used to be children. And they had this whole life before you even exist. I remember when I had that epiphany myself. It was eye-opening. And the last quote that I want to give you here. It's a funny thing. The person we fall in love with, we hardly ever call by their name, because it's somehow just so obvious that it's you I'm talking to, that it's you I'm always thinking of. Who else? Like, to me, I feel like, I have pages of notes from this book of just times when he wrote a sentence and I was like, oh, my heart. So yes, this is such a good book. May 6th is when it comes out. I am actually so excited. He is going to be at Boswell Books is hosting an event with him on the UW Milwaukee campus. I have a ticket. I get to go. I'm going to get a signed copy of this book. I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to hear this man speak. When it's just you read a book and it speaks to your heart, this is one of those books. So plan ahead, May 6th, you're going to want to get this book. And for me, this was a book that was a little bit slower of a read. I started this book a couple of months ago and I just finished it the other day because this book had me so deep in my feels. I had to stop and just sit with it for a while. And sometimes it takes me a while to digest, and that's what I felt with this book. So amazing, amazing book. I will read anything this man writes. May 6th. Put that on your calendar because you're going to want to read this book. It is heart-wrenching and it is devastating and it is sad and it is funny and it is hopeful and it's all of those things. It's so good. Have a good day.